Africa is advancing its economy in a huge leap due to the use of ICT, as it is the engine in sustaining its development. Nigeria is one of the African countries trying to position itself in the cyberspace, with its continuous aspiration to be an effective player in the emerging information age. Hence, the need to have in place an effective information technology system driven by vibrant national IT policy. In positioning the ICT sector, policy is one of the tools needed as it plays a crucial role for the economy to flourish. Commenting on the effect of effective policy, various players from both private and public in the Nigeria ICT sector have commended the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Pantami, on the IT policies implemented so far at the 10th regular meeting of National Council on Communications and Digital Economy, NCCDE, recently in Ibadan, Oyo State.
Oh wow, I think policy is actually the most important aspect of digital economy, especially for longevity. And here in Oyo State, we've actually adopted the same level of policies that have been adopted at the federal level. We also support the Dig-Once policy as well as the National Data Protection, policy, as well as other federal executive policies. So they are very important, and we've seen how they've actually gone a long way in helping the state increase IGR, bring more people into the tax net, as well as for better decision making. Oh wow, I would say with Professor Pantami, I would say I'm just absolutely mind blown by what he has been able to achieve in such a short time. Like we were having breakfast earlier today, and I was telling him that the amount of policies he has, rolled out in such a short time. I think another thing that it shows is the demystification of governance, meaning if you have people who have the willpower, it's not impossible, to do all these things. And whereas with what he had just said with the GDP increase and the value of that ICT as the percentage of ICT value of GDP to Nigeria, it just shows that these things work if we put our nose to the grindstone and get it done.
I would say Professor Pantami is like a magician in this sector. I've been in the public sector for over 32 years. I've never seen any other minister that has performed as much as he's doing. He's always, in fact, those of us working on that, we're always catching up with him in terms of speed, in terms of vision, in terms of tenacity of purpose, in terms of determination, in terms of focus to get things done. And that is what is really reflecting in the achievement of the sector. For instance, in terms of contribution to GDP, the sector is doing 18.44. And this has been on consistently for the past 3 years when it's been there. Two, in terms of job creation, millions of jobs have been created in the sector. In terms of policy directions, visioning documents, he has produced 19 good policies to drive the aspect of the sector. And of course, the Nigeria Data Protection Bureau was created under, if I actually pushed for its creation.
We have never seen the kind of ambitious project recently overtaken by any government, I dare say. This government has indeed set the pace for the entire transformation of our communities and our society. And I think we're on the right track. This we can be able to achieve effectively with your cooperation.
Contributing 18.44% to the national gross domestic product (GDP), the Nigeria ICT sector still has much to offer. Currently, Professor Isa Ali Pantami has implemented 19 policies aimed at promoting different areas of the digital economy, including National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy (NDEPS) 2020 to 2030 and the Nigerian National Broadband Plan (NNBP) 2020 to 2025, all of which have started to yield concrete positive results for the economy. Emphasis were made on some space in the sector that positive policies can still propel to be effective, such as digital literacy, logistics, and many more.
I talked about this healthcare, implementing a digital health facility in the sense that you can move to you can be admitted in any hospital and they'll be able to get your health record. In the sense that someone can slum anywhere and move to any hospital, they may be able to know what the health record of that kind of person and know what to treat the person on. So I guess it's already in vogue already, but it has not gone round. So if that can go round, I believe it will help treating someone for diabetes with another drugs or medication. So with that, I believe I'm still expecting to hear more. I've heard some from some of the groups here. So I believe when some of them are being implemented, it will help the country as a whole.
I'm from the education sector, so I'm more particular about education, and we are more concerned about digital literacy for the entire country. We want our teachers nationwide, at the state level, at the local government level, at the federal level, to have to be, ICT literate. So our emphasis in the ministry is for us to build digital literacy for the teachers and eventually for the students as well.
It is no doubt that effective policy and implementation has paved the way for the ministry to perform exceedingly, from internal revenue generation to repositioning the ICT sector while impacting every other sector for Nigeria's economic development.